Alright YouTube, what is going on? We have another tutorial here. This one's going to be a high taper. You can see his C cup was a little weak and it looked like it was kind of pushed up a little bit. Not that it was pushed up because it is weak, but it was placed where he would have a nice crispy C cup. And that's cool and it looks good while he has a fresh cut. But as you can see, as it was growing in, he had that little bit of stubble. And I feel like, especially with a weak C cup, I've said this time and time again, a high taper just works better because when it grows in, it's growing in nicely. Shout out to my cousin for the beat. Let's start this tutorial. So we put the ball line in, and now we have the clipper all the way closed, and we're going up little by little, opening the lever to go ahead and erase that bottom line. The next line was created with the blade open, and we're going to we're gonna conquer that after we get done with this part. So next guideline we're gonna create with the one open, and once that guideline's created, we'll start to remove the previous guideline, which was created by the blade open, by blending down from this one open, and you guys can see the process unfold. Make sure you're paying attention to the lever. Make sure you're paying attention to the color guide on the bottom left corner, so you always know what measurements and what steps we're taking. And if you want to, write down notes. Write down notes, and to me, if you see it happening and then you're putting it on paper, a lot of times you'll be able to keep up with the steps, but it'll also be kind of engraved, like you'll understand it, because everybody learns differently, right? So jot down as you're watching, write it down, and you'll be able to receive that information. I feel like that's the best way for me to learn. I'll listen to audiobooks, and as I'm listening to audiobooks, I'll be on my phone, I'll open up the notes app, and I'll be jotting down notes. All right, cool. So now we're using the 1.5 guard, and you can see kind of my hand movement, and I'm doing this purposely really slow because I do have a crowd around me. This is at MBBS, National Barber, I forget the acronym, Symposium. All right, but it was in Atlanta. It was an amazing show, great quality show, and we had a crowd around us, so I was making sure that I was explaining everything so that they would learn. You can see somebody taking pictures in the background now. So once I've done that 1.5 guide, I'm gonna go ahead and freehand, because to me the shape is important, and I'm gonna talk more about shape throughout this haircut. So he had product in his hair, and it was definitely down to his temple area, and it was making it kind of difficult to blend this out. You know, we're at a show, I didn't want to stop, so it was a little tough to blend this side. The other side was easier, the back was easier, but this side definitely took some more time. He wasn't expecting to get a haircut. He asked if I was cutting any more people after I did one before this. I said, yo, sit down, let's get this work. But this show was cool because I did a class that morning on business. So we talked about business, building a brand. So I enjoyed that. Okay, so at this point we kind of went through all the steps, and you see I took off the guards and I really started focusing on spreading the blend, making sure that it looked nice and the transition, was fluid. And like I said, trying to explain the cut to the crowd. So and this is a different monster because they turned off the lights they dimmed the lights a lot, so what you guys are seeing here looks a lot better than what it was in person as far as lighting. So it was really difficult to see. I was kind of afraid that the footage wouldn't be usable, but the iPhone did a good job of still making it work. So we're enhancing the cut because I want to be able to show whoever's there, because people don't stick around all day at your booth. So I wanted to show people the product and how it makes, and explain any questions that they may have about the product. You guys know me, once I enhance it and that line is crispy, I go ahead and I make sure that I detail it some more. But yeah, like I said, I felt like you know how it is, man. Sometimes on some sides or some parts of the head, you got to run over the same spot a million times. I know on my detachable gang, they're gonna get in the comment section and say you should have used detachable. But in this instance, it was product, man. He told me he put in that S curl stuff. I think it's like a gel or something like that, or like a cream, and that's what was causing the problem here. But nonetheless, I feel like the blend is coming together, man. Cool. So look at that side. Let's move on. So if you jotted down the notes, make sure you're paying attention to this side, because I might switch it up. I'm not sure. All right, so we did the shaver, the ball line. Now we're doing the blade open. And by the way, the next show we're doing is ISSE in LA, in Long Beach. I think that's the same place. I'll see you guys there if y'all pulling up, man. ISSE, just Google it. I don't know the exact name of it, but it's in Long Beach, ISSE hair show. All right, next step is the #1 open, and we will have a booth and all that. And I don't think I have any classes, but I'll be cutting hair at the booth, of course, and I'll even record some videos. All right, so now we have the #1 closed and the half guard. Okay, same thing. We're gonna go ahead and start to carve some shape in here. And you're gonna see later on, I'm actually gonna carve shape around the whole entire side, behind the ears. I wanna make sure it has like a wedge, triangular shape all the way through. Because when you look, if you only do the carving here at the temple area, when you look at him face on or from behind, it's gonna look like a hump behind the ear. So you want that nice wedge shape all the way through. 90 degrees around the whole head. And I'm in the warehouse. My wife is in the background taping up boxes. So if you hear that sound, that's what that is in the background. All right, so we have the 1.5 guard closed. And if there's still a little bit of a line there, we'll go ahead and touch that up and detail it. You want to make sure you comb this hair. Comb this hair a bunch, especially this texture. It's curly, so the hair tends to bunch up together. You want to be constantly combing it. I think that's looking pretty good. All right, just like we did on the other side, start carving. And this is something I like to do just because as it gets darker, it's typically longer. So it typically likes to like almost look poofy around that hair color tone. So I'll go with a #1 with the grain right in that dark area. So we've enhanced it. We're going to use that get beam pencil technique and get this thing as sharp as we can. especially for the show, this is a technique I definitely like to show people, because people are always asking about the color and stuff. Alright, so his hairline was difficult because you can see naturally it's slanted. So you don't want to bring that, so like that right side, not his right, but our right, which you're staying at right now. Oh, real quick. So here I'm just trimming the hair that's kind of coming over his hairline so it really pops. So you can see the hairline. But you can see it naturally just slants down a bit. And so I'm going to bring this side up a bit, but I'm not going to go crazy with it either. So it might look slightly slanted still, but that's just because that's his natural hairline, and I don't want to go crazy and push it back up too much. And I'm going to show you on the other side why it looks slanted. There it is. Because that side is thinning. It's a lot thinner. So we comb that hair down and we use that to our advantage, and, you know, make it look full. And, you know, one of the things I was explaining, and he was like, yeah, Chris, you're 100% right. If he went down to like a number 2 or like a number 1 or something, or just a shortcut in general, if he went down to a wave cut, you would definitely see his corners. So this haircut, it suits him perfectly, in my opinion. Bet you making a lot of background noise. Love you. All right, and since I'm sure this is probably something he's self-conscious about, which is why he chose this style. So I really do my best to take my time on his hairline, because it's obvious to me by his behavior and the style that he's choosing, and the fact that he confirmed kind of what I was thinking, that's a sweet spot for him. You get that line is everything to him. So that's where I want to focus my attention, especially I want to focus on everything, but I really want to make sure he knows that I'm taking my time there. All right, so both sides of the taper are done. The lineup in the front is done. We're gonna go ahead and taper out the neck real quick. Same steps, blade open, blend that out, one open, blend it out. I'll let you guys follow along. Since I'm letting you guys follow along, I think it's a good time to ask you guys, if you enjoyed the video, smash the like button. Let's see if we can get this video to 1,500 likes. So I do want to tell you guys, I don't know what happened, but I guess because of the, you know, all the things going on in the crowd and stuff, for some reason my phone did not record a small portion of this, and that would be kind of like extensive shots of the after, and I think a little bit of this back taper. But if you think I explained the sides pretty well, that's exactly the same steps we're gonna use back here. And then I kind of carved behind the ear and made sure it was tighter around the ears, and it kind of went up into that triangular shape, and you can see it kind of skipped a little bit. But wait till I line up this neck taper. That thing looks crispy from the angle, and you'll get to see like one before and after, one side of the before and after. But you guys have seen the whole process unfold, so you get an idea of how I feel the cut came out dope. Now this is the before, guys. About to show you the after. I wish I would have styled the hair, put some sheen or some cream in there, and then sponged it. didn't have a sponge. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Do not click out. Yeah, I want to share some amazing news. As you guys know, we have been growing the Tomb 45 brand because of you guys. It's been amazing. We started this company 3.5 years ago, and since then, I've been trying to share with you guys kind of the journey. A couple things I wanted to share with you guys, some great news. We have outgrown this warehouse. We are actually going to double in space pretty soon here. And the other thing is, we just got these in. We are expanding to Greece, to Spain, and to the UK pretty soon here. These crates are going to be shipped to Europe. What's in these crates, we'll show you in a bit, but that just means, guys, we're growing. You'll be seeing me in Europe. You'll be seeing me still at the shows here in the States, but I'm super excited, man, and I want to thank you guys so much because of y'all, this is possible. Check out what's inside this box. Shit, it's tipping over.
That shit's tilting, isn't it?
Try again.
Is it on or is it tilted?
It's on, but it is a little tilted. Bring it up a little bit. That's a ramp.
It's a ramp.
That is badass.
So the stage, you gotta change out, but the cage is all in there, right? And it just slides in.
Yeah.
We got some signs there, and we got some miscellaneous space.
TVs and electronics, miscellaneous electronics.
Yeah.
And there's one box, almost a whole setup. So we don't know how to move this thing. So if I die, just know Danny killed me, because I'm steering, which means I'm gonna be in the front, and he's gonna push with this forklift. He won't even know, if he goes too fast, he won't even notice that he ran me over. Watch. All right, fellas, here we go. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go.
No, you're not gonna be able to do that. It's too heavy.
Nah, yeah. Lance, he's steering, and I'm behind him. Oh, shit. We're midway in the air. There you go.
We didn't drop it, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. The beginning of expansion. You guys, mark the calendar. This is the beginning of expansion. People constantly asking, how come we aren't selling in Europe? How come we aren't selling in the UK? Because it's not as easy as just turning a switch on. This is a project Danny's been working on for a minute.